Welcome to the InfoBrokerWorld podcast, where business intelligence meets global strategy, empowering entrepreneurs with the insights they need to stay ahead.
In the contemporary, highly competitive, and digitally accelerated business environment, the comprehensive protection of brand assets has become a core operational imperative. This protection extends far beyond the act of registering a trademark. It now encompasses the continuous and strategic surveillance of common law trademarks, those marks that acquire legal protection not through registration, but through actual, continuous use in commerce. In jurisdictions that follow the first-to-use doctrine, such as the United States, common law rights can, in certain circumstances, supersede registered rights within specific regions or product categories. The practical implication is significant. A business may invest in branding, file an application, or even secure a registered mark, only to find itself challenged by a previously used, unregistered mark. The resulting conflicts can lead to prolonged litigation, injunctive relief, or forced rebranding. The latent nature of such risks is aptly captured by the phrase, "It's what you didn't know to think about that gets you every time." The fundamental challenge in monitoring common law trademarks lies in their invisibility to traditional systems. While registered trademarks are indexed in centralized databases, such as those of the USPTO, EUIPO, or WIPO, common law rights leave no direct trail in official registries. They may exist in advertising campaigns, on product packaging, within social media handles, or across obscure corners of the digital marketplace. Their unstructured and often fragmented presence complicates detection and elevates legal uncertainty. To address this, businesses must pursue a multidimensional monitoring strategy, rooted in digital intelligence and reinforced by advanced technology. The first pillar of such a strategy is targeted digital surveillance. This includes conducting systematic keyword searches via major search engines, which can reveal unauthorized use in product descriptions, editorial content, or advertising campaigns. Social media platforms are especially critical in this context. Platforms such as X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn function as dynamic ecosystems for both emerging and established brands. Unauthorized use or imitation of a mark in these environments often signals the early stages of market confusion or dilution. E-commerce platforms such as Amazon, eBay, Flipkart, and Alibaba are likewise central nodes in this surveillance network. They are not only susceptible to counterfeit listings, but also serve as launchpads for brand misuse on a commercial scale. Systematic scanning of these environments is essential to identify infringements at the point of market entry. Domain name monitoring adds a further layer of brand defense. The registration of deceptively similar domain names through cybersquatting or typographical variations can undermine brand visibility, misdirect consumers, and enable fraudulent behavior. Specialized services can track domain activity and provide early alerts on registrations that resemble protected marks. Content protection complements trademark surveillance. Protecting online assets such as written copy, product images, and multimedia content through encryption, watermarking, and access control mechanisms is increasingly important to maintain exclusivity and prevent unauthorized dissemination. In this context, professional monitoring services play a pivotal role. Providers such as Corsearch, Redpoints, and Dennemeyer offer sophisticated platforms that consolidate data from registries, digital marketplaces, and social media. These services utilize artificial intelligence to achieve broad-spectrum detection. Machine learning algorithms analyze usage patterns, image recognition tools scan for visual similarities in logos and designs, and natural language processing systems assess textual usage across multiple languages and cultural contexts. The result is an expanded detection net capable of identifying both exact and conceptual infringements. Moreover, these systems can automatically document potential violations, generating time-stamped evidence including URLs, screenshots, and metadata. Such documentation is vital for legal enforcement, particularly in administrative or civil proceedings. While AI-driven tools provide scale and precision, their outputs must be interpreted by experienced legal professionals. Trademark attorneys remain indispensable in evaluating the legal merit of findings, assessing the likelihood of confusion, and determining appropriate next steps. When infringement is suspected, a range of graduated responses is available. Informal contact with the alleged infringer may, in some cases, resolve the issue without escalation. Where warranted, cease-and-desist letters, preferably prepared by counsel, can assert rights and trigger corrective action. In scenarios involving overlapping or ambiguous usage, coexistence agreements or licensing arrangements may offer commercially pragmatic solutions. In more formal contexts, opposition proceedings can be initiated against newly published trademarks that conflict with earlier use. These proceedings are often cost-effective and, in many jurisdictions, conducted primarily in writing. In Germany, for example, cancellation proceedings may now be conducted entirely before the DPMA, offering a streamlined and efficient alternative to litigation. In more serious or persistent cases, court action remains a necessary option, albeit one that requires greater investment of time and legal resources. The advantages of a comprehensive monitoring framework are multifaceted. Timely identification of potential conflicts enables early intervention and mitigation. This reduces exposure to reputational harm, legal risk, and unnecessary business disruption. Regular monitoring helps preserve the distinctiveness of a brand, protecting it from gradual erosion through unauthorized third-party use or market saturation with similar identifiers. From a financial standpoint, proactive brand surveillance is a cost-effective alternative to reactive enforcement. It reduces litigation costs, limits exposure to damages, and supports consistent brand valuation over time. In addition, monitoring activities generate valuable market intelligence. By observing trademark activity and brand behavior across sectors, businesses can anticipate competitor strategies, identify emerging trends, and detect new entrants. This intelligence can inform strategic decisions in areas such as product development, market expansion, and brand positioning. Critically, maintaining a clear record of monitoring and enforcement activity reinforces the credibility of a company's IP protection program. It demonstrates diligence and seriousness in upholding rights, which can be persuasive in court and dissuasive to would-be infringers. This proactive posture also strengthens defenses against challenges rooted in delay or inaction, such as the legal doctrine of laches. In summary, the surveillance of common law trademarks is not an auxiliary task. It is a fundamental pillar of brand stewardship in the modern economy. As brands become increasingly valuable and vulnerable assets, continuous monitoring, enabled by technology and guided by legal expertise, is indispensable. It secures the commercial identity of the enterprise, protects against silent encroachment, and sustains long-term brand equity in a volatile and crowded marketplace.
Thank you for listening to the InfoBrokerWorld podcast. If you have any questions about today's topic, feel free to reach out via the contact details in the show notes. This podcast was created using AI tools. If you're interested in producing your own AI-driven podcast, from concept to audio, feel free to get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay informed and stay ahead.